No position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome to College Station, Texas. Kyle Field, home of the 12th man and the Texas A&M Aggies. As we'll see, the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Texas A&M Aggies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. Texas A&M set to kick off to christen this game. Fielded in the end zone, it's Robinson. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Williams will pass. Looking to the big tight end. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach. You can really set the tone for what's possible in your season in early season showdowns like this, both in the top 10 and both with the loftiest of goals.
This one's fun too, David, because we had this game circled in the offseason. We knew this was going to be a really good matchup early, and we're going to find out the answers to a lot of questions we have about both these teams.
Well, and sometimes it's hard to figure that out, right? Like, you don't get till mid-season, you're like, oh, they haven't played anybody. Out the gates, two top 10 teams, we get to find out really quickly who's legit.
Quick completion on the out route. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. No position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome to College Station, Texas. Kyle Field, home of the 12th man and the Texas A&M Aggies. As we'll see, the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Texas A&M Aggies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Texas A&M about to boot it away to start this game. He'll bring it out. It's Robinson. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Give to the running back. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1. Let's take a little step back and have a look at Georgia. By the end of the day, one of these two teams will control their conference destiny the rest of the way. Potential bye in the college football playoff on the line. This game critical at this point in the season for both teams.
And so much talent in this game, too. Outstanding coaching staffs, NFL talent on both teams going into this one. David, this might be a rematch in the conference championship game. We might get to see this matchup again.
And it's so nice to have two teams playing so well at the top of their conference. You know this game matters. There's no sleepwalking into this game. You see the numbers at the top of the conference. It's you and it's them. Who's going to come out today?
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Williams looking for a man. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. Georgia sends out the punt team. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. He'll start this drive firing. Got him downfield. Flying out to the left. Touchdown, Aggie! He got a step and just dusted the field.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Robinson. He's brought down to the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Leaves it with the running back. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
And, man, you got to like the swarm of this defense. You've got to get in the backfield, make some penetration, and realize the first guy's not going to always get that big sucker on the ground. Like, he's a big, strong dude. He's breaking tackles, but still swarming to the football.
Pickoff! What a play to set him up!
You know, I like the decision by the quarterback in terms of where he was going with the ball. Just don't like the accuracy. That was not good location on the throw. Got away from him a little bit, and the defense able to come up with a big pick.
Texas A&M has it back on the offense, ready to go to work. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
QB never saw the defender. He's staring his receiver down, telegraphing his throw, and the DB jumped all over that.
First play of the drive comes from the 41. Williams will pass. Unloads it left. He's got it. Turning it on. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels.
I love offensive coordinators that take shots in sudden change situations. You just got the takeaway. You're not wasting any time. Defense is jogging on the field. They barely have time to line up. You take a shot deep down the field, and you hit it, adding insult to injury to the opponent. That is a great play call.
And he's brought down after a nice game.
I love the QB here. He holds it, he holds it, he holds it just long enough to let the receiver run the drag route, and then he puts it out in front of him so he can catch it on the run in stride and then turn upfield to use his speed.
He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. An a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
And the offense punches it in again, and we call his name again. That's 2 touchdowns now in 2 games with still more to be played. I'll tell you what, I think this guy's name will be called a lot more throughout the season. He's that kind of good.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Coming out with it, it's Hudson. He took the risk, bringing it out of the end zone, and he'll go out of bounds at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. He might want another play. To the air, it's Reed. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Bringing it back, and he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs!
Amazing job and awareness by that defensive lineman, locating the football, catching it, and then turning around and scoring. They may want to start using this guy on offense.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Looks like he's going to try to return it. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Takes a hit as he fires. Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup. Plays like that, he's fitting in with the Aggie legends, Christian Kirk and Mike Evans.
And that's when you've seen them just high-flying, fun, tempo, making plays down the field. Having those go-to guys, those A&M offenses were always fun to watch.
This offense is being aggressive, and they keep going back to the same guy. We're early in the game in the 1st quarter. This guy's already scored a touchdown, so if I'm a quarterback, keep trying to get him the football. He's winning his matchups one-on-one. Nice job by the defense on that play, but don't lose focus if you're the QB here. Keep trying to find your big-time playmaker.
And the offense clearly saying, we want to take those deep shots. We want to be aggressive. And I think that's a good strategy because it makes the defense really honor what you're going to do. And just missed a little bit, but I wouldn't be surprised if this offense finds a way to come back to some of those deep ones.
Got it in the middle. It's Bussey. Flying down the left side. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, find it. I mean, you want to find it.
Trying to get closer, and they knock it free. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Man, and it was just the impact of the hit that dislodged the football from the ball carrier. There was a heat-seeking missile coming in there, and he knocked that thing loose.
They are stuck deep in their own territory and trying to get out, opening the drive from their own 3. Just a little off. Incomplete.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
The The 12th man more than standing at the ready. They are bringing the heat on third down. Williams looking for a man. He's got an open man. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made.
And that is a backbreaker if you're the defense, because you've done your job up to that point. You've set up the offense in third and very long. You know they're going to throw it. You cannot allow a guy to get open that deep down the field for an explosive play. Somebody's going to have to answer for that when they get to the sideline.
They stop him just a length or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
There's so many of these read plays with quarterbacks because they're so smart and they're so athletic now. He makes the correct read, the correct decision, goes and gets the first down, new set of downs. Great job by the quarterback.
Looking downfield on first down. He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
And they give him enough for the first down. They'll move the chains, and let's see if they can snap it one more time here in the first. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Defense showing blitz here. Handoff to the single running back. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. Here's why this one's so much fun, guys. Early in the season, sort of a proving ground type of game for a couple of squads that believe they could win it all.
And we've heard so much in this offseason, right, about both of these teams and top 10 teams preseason. Now you get a chance to prove it. Like, now you get a chance to see who are the dudes on the squad. These are always fun early in the season, Jesse.
Yeah, it's going to be fun to find out what these teams are about, because we've seen both teams beat up on weaker competition. We know they're both very talented, but let's see good against good and find out what they are.
And the Bulldogs line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Fires to the right. Got his man downfield. Smashes it. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia.
And after starting the season 0-1, this offense felt like they just left plays on the field in that first game. But so far today, they're taking advantage. QB is making good decisions. Guys are stepping up. They've limited the mental mistakes. They haven't turned the football over. It's a different-looking offense here in Game 2.
He'll bring it out. It's Hudson. Delivers the stiff arm. He doesn't get it back to the 25. He's out of bounds at the 21-yard line. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. He wants to change this route. Coming out on first down with the play fake. He put some heat on that one down the middle. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. And that one's going to get Reveille howling a happy tune.
Reveille, the 12th man, all the swaying, the traditions when you go to an A&M game. These fans love their team, and they love playmakers that make big plays down the field.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game. So they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
Back to pass, it's Reed. Under fire. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
They might need a telescope to find the 1st down marker, but they'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Blasted as he lets it go. And it's swatted away. It's a turnover on downs.
Man, that is just a great job on defense there on 4th down, making a play on the ball in the air. Everybody had their eyes on the quarterback, but having great timing, swatting the ball away and doing it cleanly. No PI. And as a result, that defense has earned a rest. They're coming off the field.
Lost a throw on 1st down. Not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Oftentimes, defenses see empty sets, and that's when they want to dial up pressure, knowing there's no extra bodies back there to protect the quarterback. They were able to get to him on that one, and that's why the ball was incomplete.
From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
The 12th man putting a stamp on this game right now and bringing it on 3rd down. Here's the handoff. He is stopped at the 47-yard line, and that's not nearly enough to move the chains. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. He gets it across the 40 and out of bounds at the 38.
Well, there's the advantage of having versatility at the running back position. On 4th down, everybody in the stadium is expecting if you throw it, it's probably going to a receiver at tight end. But because of his ability to catch the football, he makes a huge play for this offense and keeps the drive alive.
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
Punt is in the air on 4th down. And the returner will be brought down. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. To the air, it's Reed. He's going for it all. Pulls it in there on the sideline. He's loose. Inside the... And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Aggies.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, The comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He'll bring it out. It's Robinson. He gets a block. He's on the loose. Can they catch him? They won't get him. It's a touchdown. No guts, no glory. Caught it in the end zone. Didn't hesitate for a millisecond to take that thing back, and boy, did it pay off.
And this is why kickoff returns are so exciting. There's so much space between you and the other team flying down the field. The only time you're going to be provided that much space, and you could tell he knew what to do with that space. Kicked on the Jets by Felicia.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Looking to throw on first down. The throw. Oh, he should have had that one right in his hands, and he couldn't hang on. Typically, he makes that play. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking to throw, it's Reed. Throws to the back. Catch in the middle, it's Cook. Gets away from one, finds some space. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. It's a first down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up tempo. To the air on first down. Pulls it in, it's Bussey. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. Wants to throw again. Right down the middle. And the throw down the gut falls to the grass.
Well, they're trying to get the big fella the football in the passing game, but they haven't been able to do that yet. He is a really nice target with his size and his athleticism, but him and the QB, they just don't seem to be on the same page right now.
On third and short, they'll try to throw for it. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Got room on the return. The 40. At the 20. Touchdown Bulldogs. The defense gets it done with that huge interception return.
And stop it. How about back-to-back weeks with pick sixes? This guy is now making plays, not just for his defense. He's scoring points, and I promise you the locker room is a lot of fun. Mr. Pick Six, he's going to get a lot of congratulations and a lot of accolades this week.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Looking to pass, it's Reed. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. Texas A&M going quickly. To the air on 2nd down. Sends it downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense here. Late in the first half, they're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially.
Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Dogs!
And with that score, this thing is getting ugly. This offense has had their way, and not only have they had their way, now they finish the half like you're supposed to, scoring the football, building on their lead. This defense is going to have to go into half and find some answers.
Texas A&M, 14.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive.
Will take over 1st and 10.
This late in the half, here's the question: how aggressive will the play calling be? They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Fires to the big fella. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking to take a shot. Makes the catch on the left. Finds a seam. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Aggie.
Well, the head coach has to love what he saw from his offense here. At the very end of the first half, when you got to have execution, has got to be great in these 2-minute type situations. Really nice job handling the situation by the quarterback, making sure all 10 other guys on offense are on the same page. And they're still losing the football game, but that's a touchdown they absolutely needed to have here at the end of the first half.
You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. Fielded in the end zone, it's Robinson. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback. One more snap coming before halftime. Pulls and fires complete. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Georgia 42, Texas A&M 21.
Ready to get things going here in the second half as Georgia about to kick it away. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Quarterback may change this route. Dropping back, it's Reed. Quarterback extends the play. Oh, better look out! Makes the tackle at the 30 after he picked up 10. And the Aggies want to crank the tempo.
Well, I think you're starting to see some examples of why this guy is inexperienced in a freshman quarterback, right? Obviously, he's thrown a couple picks earlier in the game. That scramble right there, he's got to get down. He's got to take care of himself and slide. Great job, nice athleticism, good decision to take off scrambling and help his offense, but you really are seeing his inexperience shine through here in this game.
Well, that's going to make it a little tougher. It's 1st and 20. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. He'll pull it down and run. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go?
Brings up 2nd down.
Back to pass. Quickly to the tight end. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
Picks up 9.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? 2nd down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this 3rd down manageable. Really nice job of executing that.
Scrambling away. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. That earlier sack really set them back, but they'll still go for it here. On 4th down, trying to find his man. Fires to the middle. And that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from. Looking for more room. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
And this linebacker is all over the field in run support. When they throw the football, though, man, does he have great vision, and he breaks on the football. Look at him using the hands. He had 2 a week ago, throwing another today. That's a season for a linebacker most of the time. Great 2-game stretch for this LB.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
And a golden opportunity slips away from the defense there. That's one he'd love to have back. He knows he should have come away with the interception there in the red zone.
Quarterback adapting. Gets away. Several defenders get an assist on that tackle.
A third down stop by this defense. Third down and goal, no problem. You know that guy. Every time he touches the football, you hold your breath because he's so dynamic at the quarterback spot. They were ready, and they forced the 4th and goal.
Here we go on 4th and goal, ground to cover. Back to throw, it's Croman Hope. And he's going to be batted down. They'll turn it over on downs.
I love when defenses are smart enough to swat the ball down. Don't go for the pick, especially on 4th down. They knock it down. You get the ball anyways. Nice job by the defender.
It's incomplete, and trust me, you will not see that very often from this guy. It's 2nd down.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he has had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds, and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Trying to burn this defensive back. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing. We're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on 4th down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
The incomplete pass ends a frustrating series, and they turn it over on downs.
There's not many play calls on the sheet to score a bunch of points really quickly, so you got to go for it here. I like the aggressiveness, but this offense continues to miss the mark. And
touchdown, Georgia! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And this offense looking more and more like themselves. This is what we're accustomed to seeing. Last week, more of a blip, right? 0-1 to start the season. Kind of had some bad vibes, some bad mojo. Bounced right back, putting up a ton of points. And this one is all but over. 1-1 is here for this team.
He'll bring it out. It's Hudson. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Looking downfield, it's Reed. Forced out of the pocket. Throwing on the run. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
No big surprise there, right? You're throwing to a guy that already has 3 touchdown catches in the game, so take another shot. Every time he has looked his way, good things have happened, and that's one of the very few times in this game.
Lots of running room. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
And here we go. If you're an offense, you got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And coming into this game, this offense knew they were going to have to some way.
Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
This defense so far, they've understood the mission. The mission is to get this fast, speedy quarterback on the ground, and They've got to him early, they've got to him often, and most importantly, they continue to get him on the ground and create these negative plays for this offense that creates a big hole for him.
Using his feet to buy time. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
Well, that DB did everything right on that deep shot. You saw the speed, you saw his ability to turn his hips, and how about getting his head around, locating the football, and then knocking it away? Couldn't have done that better.
The Aggies need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on third down. Now the play fake. Keeps looking downfield. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming.
Well, in a situation like that where it's third and long, there's not a lot of plays to get that thing completed and keep the drive moving. So you're just trying to buy yourself some real estate and help your punter out.
On fourth down, looking to pass. He rifles one deep down the right side. He's got it! Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the fourth down conversion, moving the chains easily. How in the world could they let that happen, and how in the world did they pull it off? That was fourth and a mile, and they got it.
I mean, what a clutch play by this offense. Listen, understanding, a small throw is not going to get it done. A deep ball down the field, give yourself a chance to make a play, and by gosh, they do it.
Texas A&M going up tempo.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half.
Fires deep toward the end zone. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense is.
And he's thrown another interception.
Well, coming out of the tunnel in the third quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the third quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
He's going up top. Makes a grab for a big play. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. No matter where they are on the field, they'll go for those chunk plays, and they got one that has them set up first and 10 at the 42. Complete downfield. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be...
He tries to take the top off. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
Well, this defense was ready for go bumps against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Looking to throw, it's Croman Hope. Unloads to the wideout. Got it in the middle, it's Taylor. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? The Bulldogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
29 Philly.
Wants to go up top on first down. A shot toward the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown, Bulldogs!
Touchdown.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was, we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
He's forced out of bounds at his own 19-yard line. An excellent job of coverage on that one. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter.
42 Spider.
Looking to throw on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
That's what this defense has to do, guys. They've got to knock this quarterback down to the ground. He's already thrown a couple of TDs. The only way you're going to stop that is with good quarterback pressure.
Wants to adjust the pattern. He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. Bears the pressure. Hit as he throws. And they can't make the connection, and 3 quarters are in the book as we head to the 4th.
Georgia, 56. Texas A&M, 21.
So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. Scanning the field, it's Reed. He lets it fly. He's got it on the outside. He's loose. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Texas A&M. The result of this game is going to sting for sure, but you've got to continue to build, you've got to improve, and you can take some positives out of this late hustle and build for next week.
There's always positives, and coaches are always looking for those things that we did well. What did we do well so we can do more of it in the future? Finding some things here late that they did well.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Looking downfield on 1st down. Going up top. Intercepted, and finally this defense makes a play.
Never say die attitude, and I love that, especially in these young players, because they're out there competing. And I know the scoreboard right now doesn't look pretty. They're not going to come back and win this football game, but I just love kids that are competing until there's zeros on the clock.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Wants to throw on 1st down. Might be looking to run. Trying to find his man in the middle. He holds it in, and nobody's close. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8. And, Jesse, there's a huge mountain to climb here, but you might as well start with a chunk play.
Well, you got to start somewhere, Reese. It's been tough going for this offense all game long. They find themselves in a hole, but I love the aggressive nature. Keep taking.
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Aggie! Safe to say the offense could have used a few more plays like that earlier in the game.
Too little, too late. At least you got something going. You got some kind of rhythm. The offense put some points up. And, man, if they'd have started a little bit better, they might have had a chance to be a little bit more in this ballgame.
Georgia, 56. Texas A&M, 35.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Fielded in the end zone. It's Robinson. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17.
Georgia offense will take over. 1st and 10.
They'll get this drive going from the 17. Looking for a man. It's Coleman Hope. Just missed his man. Gave him just a little too much. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
Yeah, and a great job by the defense, holding the line of scrimmage, playing downhill, playing responsibility football, making sure they shut down that option.
Throws to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. And the Dogs will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Going over the top. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And that's why a lot of kids want to play for this coach, because they know that when they get into games, even if it's late, coach is going to let them go play ball and go have fun. Take shots and try to come up with big plays. This offense right now, man, they're just having fun.
A strike downfield. There he goes. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30-plus.
Well, I love play callers that want to stay aggressive, regardless of what the score is, regardless of how much time is left on the clock. And I promise you this, There are a lot of fans, there are a lot of teams all across college football that are paying attention to what is happening right now.
The throw incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, he wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
They were on the move, but two straight incompletions have them staring at 3rd and 10. Dropping back, it's Croman Hope. Fires to the middle. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Trying to take it back. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Yeah, I love coaching staffs that want to stay aggressive, and here's a team that's up in the 4th quarter, and the coach is still letting his guy throw the football around, but you got to make better decisions. I mean, at this point, you're risking your team's ability to win this football game. You got to be more conservative.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
And this offense is going to have to catch some breaks, man. They're going to have to make some big plays. They're going to...
And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
And when I got a stud quarterback like they do, I'm going to protect him. I'm going to make sure that I keep him upright because he can do some serious damage. But this defense applying pressure and applying the hammer in this football game.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
Well, trailing this much in the 4th quarter, the offense is looking for an explosive play to try to ignite them and get them back in this one, but nothing doing. Nice job in coverage.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Finds a man on the right. He gets it to the 34-yard line, but excellent 3rd down defense, and 4th down's coming up. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Quarterback making adjustments. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Turns it loose. And it's knocked away, and they don't convert on 4th down.
I think after failing on the 4th down, guys, you look at the scoreboard, you look at how much time is left. I think they're going to lose this football game. This coaching staff is going to have to dig deep and try to find ways to get this team better next time they take the field.
Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. Pocket breaking down. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
The Dogs now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Oh, a lot of space. He's at the 20. And he's brought down after a huge completion. This win, guys, if they can finish it off behind this passing attack today, figures to vault them several notches up in the rankings and serve notice of what they're capable of.
It's funny, we're watching this one now, and some people may be surprised because of the numbers besides each of the team's names. By the end of the year, though, this...
Touchdown, Dogs! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And how about it? Everyone getting involved, getting the big tight end involved. This offense has done an unbelievable job scoring points. This defense has had no answers. Just keep it rolling, offense.
And they tacked on the extra point. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Quarterback by himself in the backfield. Back to throw, it's Reed. He's going up top here late in the game. He's got it along the sideline. Touchdown, Aggies! score. In a lot of losses, you just want to burn the tape. You don't want to watch it. But I think there are some things that they can take into next week from this performance.
No doubt. Offense is about finding your rhythm, finding your groove, what you do well. And you can tell, at least now, starting to get a little something going that maybe you can build on.
At this point, a comeback would take one of the biggest miracles in the history of the sport, but they'll line up for the onside kick. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Quarterback on the keeper. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away, nowhere to go.
Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. Defense takes a timeout with 30 seconds remaining. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
You know, I'll give it to the defense here. Obviously, it has not been their day, and this offense has gone up and down the field, lighting up the scoreboard. But you're still seeing this defense compete. And on 3rd and long, expecting pass, everybody on the same page. You get the incompletion. That's something positive that their coaching staff can point to when they review the film.
Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it.
You know, there are a lot of people watching this game that are thinking to themselves, where's the sportsmanship? You're blowing this team out. Why are you going for it on 4th down? Why not just punt, give it back, and just leave here with a W? That's because this coach wants his guys to keep executing.
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. That's the way this defense wanted to wrap it up. Make a play themselves, finish off the game, and the offense can kneel it out from here. And while the game is all but decided, why not try to get it? And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. They'll get this drive started from their own 26. Looking downfield, it's Reed. Moves away as he feels pressure. Intercepted to stop the threat. And he goes to the ground, and that's how this game is going to end.